Hey, this is Kristen.
And this is Aaron. And this is Drive Mode Show.
Drive Mode Show in the same place at the same time. We are inside.
No camera tricks.
What camera? You don't ever do camera
There's
tricks.
no split. Well, normally there's a split between us.
Oh, yeah, true.
Right? There you go.
Look.
I can see my chin in the rear view.
So we are inside a brand new Buick Enclave in the Avenir trim. So we'll show you pictures of the outside. This is the dark slate metallic paint job, and the interior is called Chestnut, which sounds very elegant.
It does. They're good namings too. I don't think they have any reefer smokers over at Buick coming up with weird names for their colors. So this is roughly $60,000, I think.
Closer to 55, the
55?
Avenir trim. If you get
Okay.
the regular Enclave, not in this trim, it starts at about 41.
Okay. And it's a beautifully elegant vehicle. And this vehicle just drives well regardless. Whatever trim you get it in, it just drives really well. It's very family ergonomic too. It's nicely done. The Chevy Traverse is basically the Chevy version of this. So this is the Buick step up to that. You're getting 10-speaker stereo,
Bose
and
audio.
Beautiful interior trim. You're going to need to look at this because this wood grain and the leather, and it's just wonderful.
Yeah, it's really in the luxury category. I mean, they do a good job with this. The Buick SUV set starts with the Encore, which is the smaller 5-passenger, and then it goes up to the Envision, which is the one my parents have, and I drove last summer. Very easy to drive. And then you've got the Enclave, and this one is a full 3-row, 6 or 7.
You can see behind us,
passengers.
it also comes with a polisher.
Polisher not included. Car show fun.
Yeah, this is the car show good times. There's a whole rack of awards for this that are over there. That way. But this is deservedly one of the more awarded 3-row vehicles between this and the Traverse. So just nicely done and beautiful.
Yeah, I would say this is a great pick for families, and it's a smooth ride, and I really like the active noise cancellation. That makes it nice and quiet inside, so if your kids are loud, we can't do anything about that. But Buick's tried to make the cabin as quiet as possible. Lots of dampening, lots of good safety features in the Buick.
And you got dual sunroofs in this, so you have the one up here in front, and then you have another one in the back. So if you want to, if people in the back want to stand out the sunroof while you're going down Hollywood Boulevard or something, good to go. It's great.
I think people forget about the Buick sometimes. I mean, back in the 50s when the Buick was big and bold, they had such a big name, and I think lately their names kind of faded into the background with all the flashy. But this is a solid family car.
Yes, and I think the issue with Buick is that people get confused because GM has so much of a lineup in terms of brand names. So you think of it this way: you start out with Chevy, that's the everyday base. You go to Buick, that's the next level up, not quite luxury, but very close to it, and priced affordably for that. So you get premium is what the technical industry term is. And then from there you go to Cadillac. That's the top-end premium model. Oh man, now we have good lighting.
It springs back.
Oh yeah, this is a Chevy thing. Volkswagen does something similar, but Chevy's really good at it. So you have this closed, right, and then you just push on it, and it's spring-loaded to pop back, rather than having electronic or something that's just going to break. You have those much simpler and still really easy to use.
It's easier on your shoulders too, instead of as you get older, you notice those things.
So
check it out. You can't go wrong with the Buick SUV line. I think it does a really good job of being a lot of things to a lot of different people, because you can start at the base models and you can work your way up to the Avenir trim.
Yeah, and you can do that with not necessarily the same trim levels, but you can, in terms of names, but everything at Buick starts at a point and then moves up through usually 3 or 4 trim levels to the very top, and then from there you're at the luxury point and then you're moving into Cadillac if you want to go beyond that. But Buick has a very distinctive design language that's all theirs. And that's another thing to remember. That's the reason Buick is different. You see it and you know that's a Buick.
Yeah, and I think it's like the kids in school who don't cause trouble, and they just kind of hang out there in the classroom, right? They don't always get a lot of attention,
so
but they're there, steady
Yeah.
and true, and so that's where I think this fits in. Solid.
It's a good car.
Thanks for watching.
Subscribe.